Okay, trial day, everybody. We're gonna have a tough case on our hands if our defendant if our what's the word I forget? Well, whatever. If our culprit here is confessing to the crime, we're gonna have a tough time on our hands to prove that she didn't do it. So let's hope we can do this. Yeah, Lana. How did the investigation go, you think, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Yeah, too many. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Ah! Let me offer you a word of advice, yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. Why? Isn't that the point? The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. I know, but I believe they're innocent. You're saying a whole different tune, lady. Seriously. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. Yeah, you're a prosecutor, not a defense attorney. So I don't want to hear anything that you. I believe it's almost time for a job. She just stood in shock. Nice, Phoenix. Good luck, Mr. Wright. The first shot without a Faye helping me. Not gonna bail me out this time. Mia, I'll be alone in there, so I had to discover the truth all by myself. You're supposed to prove that you're a good defense attorney. Let's do it, Miss Ray. I'll be with you the whole way. We got a Sky. I guess that's good enough. Oh boy, here we go. Ugh, frick. Hey Edward, how are you? The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edworth. Yeah, last time we helped you. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in the courtroom since this trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. I missed that because I pressed the X button. Frick me! That's gonna be a clip. He's much more forceful in person. So I feel like confessing it to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Perhaps you can call this first witness Miss Angel Star to the stand. The cough-up queen? There's the cough-up queen. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar at lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. You're just really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. I'll have this later. Will the witness state your name and profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? I hate you. I hate you. It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. I don't think I want to know how that tastes. I'm not a big fan of that. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste? Okay. I'm with Phoenix. I don't want to taste it, but wondering what the heck does it taste like. Name! Profession! Now! Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness, please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Gosh dang it! Hurry it up! Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective? Ah-ha! I know who you are! Cough up! Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well, you may continue the description, sir. Just who is this lady? I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. So that's to keep visitors from taking out prosecutors' spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block. How'd you even get your car there? That's what, okay, I'm confused. How'd you get your car there? Is it like a conveyor system? The killer stabbed the victim with his knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Alright. Witness, you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on your principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush all the hope they have remaining? If you can, then give me your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? Whose side are you on? Alright, I'm having problems. There's a wire fence. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver lunch to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust a pointy tip of the knife in Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your test seems to be nothing other than the point of knife which you saw it being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Witness's account. Somehow, this will come. No need to press that. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Okay. When I sensed something. Okay. There's car. Right hand. Okay. Okay. Alright. I guess we could press her on anything. How did you know? Because the prosecutor is basically everyone crying. Okay. Dang. Alright. Wait a moment. Okay. Wait. Wait, then... Alright, hold on. Nope. Friends. I want pressure on this. Tell me more about the night that the suspect was carrying. Well, I say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edwards? Yes, that's about right. Can't testify as their ability to kill an egg. I mean a person. Perhaps chicken salsa. So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Okay. The defense has a point, yeah. Fortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes, the next moment. I see. It's only a flip. Okay, I want to check this. Oh, frick. I guess I'll pressure on everything. Okay, yeah, so like feeling any good punch up seeds. Cheese. Through the wire fence. What's that? Whatever it was. What cases? 30 feet. I'm saying so. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. So we can. Witness. In your testimony, you clearly stated the following: prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Here, go. Hey, biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Ah, rookie. Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. Believe that I heard that tagline elsewhere. Could you cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the low holy but anything that honed. Photograph, you took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. As well as more than exciting hanging around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing the photograph just now? You think I showed it to you? A prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the criminal affairs. This is most certainly the defendant. Huh. What was the friend doing at that time? I was holding a knife in her right hand. I guess I had to present something. Victim's blood. Moment of... What do I... She asked you something. Yes. I got confused. Detect has holding a knife in her right hand. I feel like it presents something here. I'm not sure. Aha! And you witnessed this? Finally! I felt stupid! You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife? As I've already said, yes. I swear on my finest elements for a lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Ahem. Miss Edward, your thoughts? Objection. Wow, that was the weakest... I agree with you. I was about to say, that had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yes, it was still stronger than you ever feel mine, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken a moment before the stabbing. This was taken a moment after the stabbing. How would you know? You said this was the first time you saw it. Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? Is that her coat? If that's her coat, why is she wearing it like that? But it's like a... Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. That's right. Are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? I have to object, because Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it! If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgically gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. What? If it was not premeditated, why did she use your knife? So do you see that? Serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Actually, isn't this Edward's knife? Because we said it multiple times. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edward's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. If it's his knife, what's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belong to the prosecutor there. The defendant's the chief prosecutor for a district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We asked the witness to provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you say that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves? Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. Then what about the murder weapon? However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Aha! Aha! Gotcha! This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon! Ah! And there goes your lunches! I hope someone can clean those up. Great, now the tide's turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Doo doo doo. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Gosh dang it! Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is the lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. Okay. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else. Oh my gosh, Edward, you're just as annoying as before! Yeesh. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of detection not to be underestimated. Really now, cause you sure seem to think otherwise. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge a knife in again and again. Okay. The railroad pieces, I mean, I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Really? I already see a glaring hole. I read the autopsy report. There is only one stab wound. Except this, only one knife wound. You mother chucker! You say that she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? And I'll test you. With my moss surprise. What the frick? I'm afraid that moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edwards. What a hunk. He's like... Really? I'm the one who pointed it out! Where's my say? What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness... You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake the ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from a victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. And tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. The red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene. Huh? Red blood? A red muffler. Do I present this? It's... Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Miss Star, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suitable for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler. Andre, stop stealing my thunder! I liked you, now I'm starting to hate you again. Ah! And you proved it yourself with this photograph, huh? But that can't be! Only a professional luncher could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh word, but good. In the end, Miss Andrews prevails. What was my... Seriously, chopped liver? Why are we going with all the food? Food! Food! But it was there, a scarf. No, that. But something red, really. A car? Well, where were we? The witness has given us an entertainment interview, but back to business. What? Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't check the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony must be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her and explained the right here and was on the spot. And yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. You escaped by against. Weren't you? A strike like strike and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That one's a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks! Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. Everybody is! Tried to resist, but with her efforts of vain, she tucked my hand aside and kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A purr, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. Very well, Miss Wright. Your cross-examination. Okay. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to his side. Alright, let's press this. So, where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means the wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? I quickly caught her and explained her action and missed her on the spot. Okay. You say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said. I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details. Yeah, because you were on the other side. If you said... I'd like to see this on the floor plan just to be safe. The lunch lane car was B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That'll make it about 30 feet from the car, yes? Is that correct, Miss Star? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. Did you heave-ho over it? I went over it, of course. Would you? What? Amazing, the cop-out queen the left. It would take her a little bit of time to climb over the fence, yeah. She could have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, the fence was about 9 feet high, too. Yeah, that's... I think even the most good athletes will have a little bit of time getting over that. So how did this guy not get away? As William Resident, she mentioned the muffler. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? I remember exactly what I told you in that testimony. Cheeky! Anyway, all I heard was muffler. Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking, but to someone else? Oh, yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't be in. Ask further? Her phone, do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a silent handkerchief. No, the court doesn't need to see, Miss Starr. Chief prosecutor first time to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order. She used her... Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing. Witness. Good. Wait a moment. Okay. The word muffler. Wait a moment. How do you know she was going to use a phone on the wall? We just proved. Yeah. Do I? Yeah. How can you see? How do you see? I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lansky. The witness is a former detective. The testimony is unarmed by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you'd be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? Who together, the chief prosecutor kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Ahem, let's take a look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Guy making that phone call. Ah ha ha ha! I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? Word! Man, you spent a lot of bucks lunches. Order, what is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. Grr. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you allow me to question? Tell us exactly what lies she has told the court. Here's the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... Oh, what she saw? No, because she... Wait, where she saw it? This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is the significance about this fact? Nothing, therefore it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Starr using her emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? There's only one place that could have been. Security room. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room is underground. Parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness not being able to, being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in the A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime back in the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room? Well, Miss Starr, Aha, she's breaking. How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star. Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about in the sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this mean why does Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense, huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change a thing. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. Miss Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station, yes. But she lied and said she saw from B block. Must make a vital difference, but what would change? The angle of view of the crime, distance... It's not difference in lighting, no. Angle? Why the angle at which you saw the crime occur would change? The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Why? Dang it. Okay, it's the other one. Okay, my bad. Distance to the crime. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime, Your Honor. There we go. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans is quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change. You could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Star, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness, you. Yes? You are the squid wheels, right? Oh my gosh. The quality of my lunches has gone down from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with a fresh boysenberry jam. What the heck is that? To my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the Glasswell station. Before I knew it, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked, so I couldn't open it. Plenty of time for her to get away. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. That's quite a detour. She could have gotten away. It was 5 minutes to get to the same time. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. There was a woman over there in the defender's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I had the photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear on my finest plastic spork. You have a point, and a spork is a wonderful invention. It kind of is. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely! Freaking judge! Uh-oh. That's right, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Ah, frick. don't know if I do. I think I need more evidence for this. Ooh, caviar! How's the victim of ice tingle? That's right. No one else can win against the raw power of caviar. It's a scientific fact. So that is your strong presence and the fat power to destruction. Let's get this lid back on those overpriced fish eggs. Okay! 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You can make a pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I got lunchboxes that type pasta into nuts, rookie. 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with that with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you had the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. This guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yarg! That's true. Well then, it seems we come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and blank in their testimony. Mr. Hartridge, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on our account of her professional history. We did! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright! That was too close! I'm afraid that the Kava Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Okay. Hold it! Wait, who? Mr. Edward, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me! I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers anything else to say. I might be able to save you. I had decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple decker! Okay, note to self, judges really into food. Out of the deference of witness determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. But you gonna pull out her lunchbox this time? Ah, frack. What do you have to pull now, Miss Starr? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found in the shoe. One was the course of the victim's, and the other blood type matched the found on the sky. This proves it. It's a flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found in that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know 2 rules of evidence law. What's evidence law? This must be important. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensic department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can't produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Nah, ugh. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. At least there's some evidence law, really. I don't have a book. Prosecutor's complaints notwithstanding. Here's his evidence to satisfy the first rule of evidence law. However, seems you have yet another count against you, witness. I think to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Okay, well. Gosh dang it, you keep pulling these! I should have mentioned that, now to the matter the victim should. Did I not bring this up? The victims. Venice on the sky. How can you tell it's a size? There's no way you could. There's no way you really can tell. You prefer fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like it quiet. Isn't enough hot water to make that whole vat of soup. That's right. Do you or don't you have a problem with the shoe? A problem? It's critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Oh, wait, I can check this. There's blood here too. Oh yeah. Okay. I do have a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. And that gleaming is you're still young, rookie. I give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take it the heat, could you? Let's hear what's to say. What's the contradiction about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. Well, I already just did it. Why is there blood on the bottom, but nowhere else except for... I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense, the victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be the contradiction about... Oh wait, the picture! There's no blood on the ground! There's no blood on the ground! The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't that strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints by the scene of the crime? As you can see, there is no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. This picture only shows a part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Wouldn't there be more? Then where are they, Miss Archer? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order. Well, witness? What? Huh? Where are you going, Mr. Wright? But it's true that the lack of footprint is a contradiction, but then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just gonna find contradictions. What? Hold it! I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I give her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There was one vital hint to the truth in the testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. He knocked my hands aside and kicked over an oil drum. Brr. I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-head chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Miss Edgar. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in this lunch project. Witness? Was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Fudge. What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? You know... frick you! To erase the blood stain that would become evidence against her. Word! The ties things up quite nicely. The blood's... Then wouldn't the shoe... Then why would there still be blood on the bottom of the shoe? After the deal's done, she knocked over the other under herself. That's why a prosecutor suspicious erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. She didn't say she cut herself when she stabbed him. So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Well, I see no... Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? But... Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor? Very well. But Angel Star's on the prosecution's side. She has been lying about the water. The court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Hold it! Who is holding? What? Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying that my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox, a lunchbox called Evidence. Wait, Witness, don't tell me you have something else. Again! The time for decisions is past. Any further comments will be held in the contempt of court. Your threats will scare the cop up, Queen. Look at this. Wait a moment. I see something. Alright, just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this. Wait, look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. There's no last shades of death in this court line. In the after mirror, the crime scene was washed away with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help you after all. It's not your fault. I knew it. I saw something in that car. I'm sorry, Mia. Right, wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Do I have psychic powers? Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up, not till the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I like to declare verdict for good. Objection! Called that from a mile away. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you, Peter? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Everything is going out of order. Seriously. Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence a proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I gotta go ahead with this. I suppose since we come this, I should get... Oh, Mr. Wright. Well, I don't know about you guys. Okay, yeah, the water washed away this. But look over here! Take that! Isn't it the progress here? What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Miss Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf in any kind in this photo. A muffler is also part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as a part of the exhaust system. A pipe. I see, and I see! What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what is there sticking out of the muffler? What's that to do with this case? It's a part of the crime scene! If it's a part of the crime scene, it's evidence! Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. Oh yeah, because you mentioned mufflers! Let's hear what Mr. Wright has in his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. Because during the phone call, Miss Starr, we call your testimony for the court. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. The muffler, the muffler, the muffler! Earlier testimony. Muffler. Arg, yerg! Aha! Gotcha! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means that this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh, arg! Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered, here we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspect evidence and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Ooh, that was close, but we made it! At least for now! Mia, thank you! This court will adjourn for 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry! Well, that is certain to be a thing. Well, this just got interesting, everybody. Let's hope we can figure this out.